As many of you know, FEMA is creating new and updated flood maps for York and Cumberland counties, which includes Scarborough. So our old paper flood maps are going to be replaced by new digital flood insurance rate maps. Many properties that were not in a special flood hazard area before will find that they are now, and some properties that were in a flood hazard area will find they're in a different type of flood hazard area, or maybe one that has a higher base flood elevation. We're working to analyze which properties are going to be affected by these types of changes, but until that analysis is completed, here's a quick and easy way for individuals to check the status of their property if you have access to a computer and the internet. First, navigate to the Town of Scarborough's website. That's scarboroughmaine.org. You're on the home page. That's what you're seeing now. Scroll down on the left-hand side of the page until you come to WebGIS. Click that, and it will load a browser. It'll load another page on your screen. Again, navigate to the bottom where it says FEMA Maps and click that. Now it'll load a viewer in your browser. You'll see this little text box, and be sure to read that. There's some good information there. And pay attention to this icon in the middle of the text. You're going to be using that later. It's called a swipe tool. Once you've read it, click OK. And now you'll see the Town of Scarborough map in your browser. You can just roll your mouse or scroll in. You can click and drag, and you'll see colored shaded areas. Those are the special flood hazard areas. Both the existing or current map and the proposed or preliminary map are shown on this. If you want to find your property, just enter up here in the upper right hand corner. There's a search box. Let's use 15 Morning Street for an example. As I'm typing, you can see a drop-down menu appears with 15 Morning Street. I didn't even have to finish typing. I can just click 15 Morning Street and it takes me right to that parcel. It zooms right in on it. What you're seeing here is 15 Morning Street. There's the address. You also see the dimensions of the lot from the assessor's records. It's 100 by 50. You can see the building, which is a shaded block area, gray block area, and you can see that there's a blue shaded solid colored area here on the map. That indicates that this is the preliminary new flood maps, and they are all shown in solid colors. The current maps are shown in cross-hatched colored areas. As I zoom out a little bit, you can see some of those colored cross-hatched areas. In order to see how the map has changed, you can click this swipe tool up here in the blue ribbon at the top of the screen, and you'll see now a vertical bar in the middle of your screen. The current maps are on the right-hand side of that vertical bar. The preliminary or proposed new maps are on the left-hand side. If you click and hold on the handle in the middle of that bar, you can drag that back and forth on your screen, and you can see how the new maps look in comparison with the current maps. So you can see that 15 Morning Street was not in any special flood hazard area before, because here's where that area is, but now as you drag it forward, you see the entire lot is now in a special flood hazard area. To figure out what type of flood hazard area, you'll notice that there's this gutter line. We call it a gutter line. It's a dashed yellow line. It separates different flood zones. 15 Morning Street is in an AE14 zone. 17 Morning Street is in an AE13 zone. What that means is it's a numbered A zone with a base flood elevation of 14 or a base flood elevation of 13, depending on where you are. So that's kind of how you do it. If you need any help with this, just give us a call here at the Planning and Code Office at Scarborough Town Hall, and we're happy to help you. Thank you.